What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So listen, let's just get into it, okay? Because I meant to come on here earlier today or probably the day before to tell y'all what happened with the Uber. But then life got in the way, okay? And I'm gonna tell you what that life situation was. Meanwhile, it's gonna be all in this video. So, yesterday, which was today is Tuesday, Monday, I was getting ready for work or whatever. Mind you, I woke up and I was debating, actually was thinking about whether or not if I wanted to come to work or not. Okay. But I mean, it was my birthday weekend or whatever. I was a little tired and all that stuff. I didn't really get that much sleep. Because like I said, birthday was on Saturday. Saturday I didn't go to sleep until after 7 o'clock, okay? Because I was out. I was out just having a good time, just living. It's been a minute since I actually just let loose and was, enjoying myself, just to enjoy myself, you know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I was a little intoxicated and it was fine or whatever. I get home, um, and I didn't. I'm the type of person, like, as soon as I get in, I just don't fall right to sleep. And some of this is gonna play into some of the stuff that probably happened with me later that day, or I should say later, yet the day before on Monday. At this point, I go to bed. It's after 7. I wake up. It's probably like around 3 o'clock or whatever, And and I'm not the type of person that actually sleep through the night. Sometimes, like I sleep for like 4 hours, and then I have to get up to go to the bathroom. That's what be waking me up. I have to go to the bathroom, and so that's what it is. My body just, and especially since I had alcohol in my system, alcohol always makes me go to the bathroom, like doing peeing, like just pissing up a storm. And so I was getting up. I must have got up at least 2 times, until I officially just went on ahead and got up at 3 o'clock, went on ahead and fixed some food. Okay, fine. So after that, I didn't go back to sleep. Okay. I just wound up eating, let my food digest a little bit, start watching a little something, catching up on some of my shows. And then the Real Housewives of Potomac comes on. I stay up for that. I go ahead and review that, put that out, boom, boom, bam. Okay. And I just noticed, like, when I was doing my Real Housewives of Potomac, like, probably a little bit before that, you know, um, I was feeling a little funny, okay? I was feeling a little funny. But I paid it no mind. I paid it no mind. All right. But then I got through the review and I ain't feeling no more. So I was just like, okay, fine, whatever. It is what it is. And then when I went to bed for Sunday, I didn't even go to sleep that, or I went to sleep late too. You know, my sleep schedule got thrown the freak off. And so since I'm still up, it's like I'm going to sleep after freaking 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I have to be up on Monday like around 8 o'clock so that I can be ready and do what I need to do to get out the house and be at work by 10, right? And so, of course, I'm already sleep deprived. I only had a few hours, of broken sleep because I had to get up and get the alcohol out of my system, and then I still have less than a few hours on a day that I really should have been just sleep. And girl, I was just debating in the bed, like, girl, should I go to work? I mean, I already called off one day before. No, not one day. No, this is the day that I called off, okay? I was thinking about going ahead and call off, all right? But I didn't do that, okay? I didn't do that, right? I went on ahead and I got an Uber, okay? I went on ahead, I got in the Uber, everything was cool. We get almost halfway to the highway, y'all, to get on the highway. We still on like the main street, but we residential and all this stuff. Now, I don't know what the purpose of, I feel like this neighborhood, I told y'all once before, this neighborhood is becoming gentrified, okay? Um, I came into the building one day last week, and there was I was about to call her a slum buddy, but I don't want to say that. It was a white girl that was up in here, and I do know that it's a couple of white people that's up in here, but it's a white girl that I never seen before, and I mean like blonde hair, all that stuff, skinny, everything like that. And I'm like, girl, I'm thinking maybe you in the wrong place, or maybe she up here fucking with one of the niggas in here. I don't know, okay? And I was just like, that's not my business. It is what it is. I told y'all they be out here running in the running and doing their jogging and walking their dogs and all this stuff. And if you know, the neighborhood is basically, it was literally all black at one point, and it's parts of it that if you go further down in a certain direction that he went to go to get on the highway. It's like, you know, you could say it's kind of hoodish just a little bit, slightly, but you could tell that it was where mostly black people stayed at. And now they're building literally by the train a brand new condominium type of building is being put up. And I'm sitting here like, it. First of all, it don't even go. And so as soon as I looked at that and see how fast they're putting that up and realizing that does not fit this neighborhood, I just realized that, yeah, they're about to start building and tearing down a whole bunch of stuff in the neighborhood, over in that particular neighborhood, and put more of these buildings up. Yeah, it's gentrifying real quick. You know what I'm saying? And so I was just like, fine. Before we can even get to that freaking building, girl, I'm in the car with this guy, okay? Next thing you know, I am checking my messages on YouTube. Now, I have to go through and manually, you know, approve the messages and all that stuff. So y'all calm down on it. If y'all don't see y'all messages right or quick, y'all comments or whatever right away, it's because a lot of us, no, I feel like every YouTuber has been going through this where we seeing spam stuff that's coming up and then people duplicating our faces and putting on spam's account and all that stuff. So in order to catch that, I put it on manual. So I have to approve the comments so that I can delete and block those spam accounts and y'all won't have to be bothered with them cluttering up the comments. Okay, fine. Girl, I'm sitting in the back seat like this. I'm listening to my music and I'm laughing at y'all comments and stuff like that, because that Real Housewives of Potomac video was just like, it was that girl. It was that girl. We had some fun, okay? And y'all was cutting up in the comments and it was just a really nice time. So I'm back here just like, this is crazy. This is how I'm acting in my head, because you know damn well I'm not doing that in the back seat, but in my head I am cracking the freak up. But I did have a smile on my face. And next thing you know, all of a sudden, girl, I felt the jolt of a lifetime. I said, oh my God. It is something about people that have leather seats. And then when you are wearing either like sweatpants material, or, you know, regular casual pants type material, and even sometimes jean material, that really does not make you secure on those type of seats, because your ass will continue to just slide off every time they move. Now, baby, when I tell you he pumped the brakes so freaking hard, I wasn't even paying attention to see what happened until I looked up and I was almost in the front seat. Okay, and I know somebody can be like, seatbelt, seatbelt. Yeah, bitch, seatbelt was on, okay? And I hurt myself, right? I was like, what the freak is going on? So at this point, I'm just sitting here like, what happened? And I'm looking, when I finally look up, this woman, she is trying to do an illegal U-turn. And so instead of the car actually U-turning all the way around, it missed the mark. So she got a bag back and all this stuff. And she was about to bag back. She was bagging back without looking into the traffic. And the car, she almost hit my driver. So that's why he had to hit the brakes so hard. And so I'm just like, what the fuck? I said, okay, you know, because he was pissed off and I said that wasn't his fault, so I can't get mad at him. I'm looking at her. Did she even look over and say, you know, nothing like that? She just, and kept on going. I said, you're rude. You're rude, okay? And so then we go up a couple of more blocks, driving calmly, and it does it again. Whew, I said, what the Now, the seatbelt is around my waist, okay? And I'm just like, what the hell? Mind you, it's already a little tight. It's already a little tight. And so I'm you gotta be hitting real hard for me to slide up on a tight seatbelt and me to still coming up out my seat where I'm almost ending up into the front seat. Now, I've had some times where a driver has hit the brake and, you know, I'm still sitting there like this, like, oh, okay, it was just a slight jolt. But this was hard as hell. Why this time? You want to know why? Because his ass was about to roll through a red light. And so he was trying to stop himself. I said, what? It was one of those situations where I guess the light had changed before he decided whether or not he was going to try to run through the yellow light, and he couldn't make it, so he tried to hit the brakes real hard. I said, oh my God. I just was like, this is not happening. I am trying to get to work when I didn't even really want to go to work because I am tired as hell. I feel a little off or whatever, and I literally thought that it was just me being tired, right? And so I made it to work. That was fine. After that, I said, get me the hell up out of here because y'all playing Russian roulette with my life, and I just don't really want to do it. And then my body wanted to start playing games with me as well. So I get to work and I'm fine, okay? I wind up not saying what was going on with my situation also was when I woke up that morning, my arm felt a little funny. My left arm felt a little funny, okay? And if you know me, I'm a hypochondriac. I just have to accept that fact that I am a hypochondriac, okay? I am one of those ones where if I feel a little funny, even if I have a slight cough or whatever, and it just look weird or whatever, or feel weird, I'm on Google trying to see what's going on. What is the symptom to this? What is this? What is this called? What is this? What is that? Blah, blah, blah. I am just one of those ones. And I just realized that I have to get a hold of that, and a bitch might need to go to therapy for it to try to get a hold of it and see. I am coming to y'all and I am admitting my issues or whatever, which probably will make me be more aware that I need to stop or to calm down with doing that because it is not good. And I'm going to tell you why. So my left arm was just feeling funny, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sleep deprived, okay? And so I'm thinking, why is my leg, like, it's not going numb or anything like that. It's like the muscle is tensed and everything like that. Like, and then all of this up here is irritated, you know, in my neck and everything is irritated. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? What is going on? So you know what I did while I was at work. You know, while I was at work, when I was in the car, I ignored it. I was ignoring it because I was just going through my comments on YouTube, okay? Fine. But when I get to work, y'all, I'm just going and I just keep on constantly like looking up what is the signs of this? What is the signs of this? What is the symptoms of this? And then I started looking up like what is the symptom for heart attack and all that stuff. And I was just like, oh my God. So I knew that, and you know, that's one of the tell signs, like it's your arm feeling funny and all that stuff, whatever, woo, woo, woo. You know, that could be something. And I'm like, what is the other symptoms? Because my arm is not numb and my arm just feel like the muscles is tense, you know, like when you lift weights or whatever. And you know what I was just psyching myself out, and I don't know why I went automatically to the worst thing that could possibly be happening or could possibly happen instead of realizing what was really happening, okay? The simplest explanation. But sometimes you think the simplest explanation is just too simple, okay? And maybe because if it was my other arm, I probably would have just paid it no mind and just knew what it was right then and there. But girl, next thing you know, I'm checking my pulse. I'm sitting on the desk, checking my heart rate, making sure it's not going over 100 beats per minute. You know what I'm saying? Making sure it's in the right range or whatever, you know? And I do realize that, you know, I have this funny sensation that's coming over me or whatever. And it was going for like a day and a half, okay? Like almost 2 days, okay? So it started Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. It started Sunday when I was drunk. So I thought it had something to do with that. I thought it was just me being drunk or whatever, and it really wasn't. And then it started going, when I was doing my videos, it kind of subsided. But then when I started to like edit and I calmed down and I was doing other things, I still was, it kind of came back over me. So I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I felt this before and I didn't realize what was about to happen. And I should have known because it was a telltale sign. Okay. And I just realized that, you know, my breathing was off just a little bit. Like I wasn't short of breath or anything like that. It just felt like, you know, cause I got bad sinuses, real bad sinuses, you know. Cause I'm pretty sure when y'all be hearing me taking a breath in or whatever like that, it's because my sinuses is stopped up. I have to use a little, I have this Vicks vapor steamer or whatever that I use to drain my sinuses. I have a humidifier with peppermint oil that's really helping now. Okay, because sometimes the thing will get so blocked up and it'll affect my breathing sometimes, or it'll psych my mind up to make it think that it's affecting my breathing and it really not. And sometimes it makes it hard for me to just fall asleep because again, my ass is thinking that, oh, I might stop breathing at night. Girl, that ain't even it. That ain't even it. My sinuses just needed to be fucking drained, right? But this feeling of something is just, going on, it was making me paranoid. So I'm just looking up stuff, whatever, and I'm just trying to ignore it, trying to ignore it. So I get home. Okay. I go to work, I eat my salad. That's all that I had for work. I had a granola bar, and I'm trying to eat better, whatever, and I've been on this eating better kick for real this time. And it's working because I have been slowly losing weight or whatever, which is a good thing. I'm not in a rush. I'm just trying to do it the healthiest way, you know what I'm saying? But I ate my salad at work for lunch, and then I had my water, and I come home. Now I did order a sandwich. I had ordered from Panera Bread, right? And I had ordered a little turkey sandwich, like 600 calories. Was it 600? No, 400 calories. Was it 400 to 600 calories? One of those, because then I didn't put a whole bunch of stuff on there. I'm a basic type of person, for real, for real. So, I thought I was going to eat the sandwich and the salad, but I didn't. I just ate the salad. And I said, okay, fine, because I was full off of that. For some reason that day, I just really wasn't hungry like I usually be around lunchtime. And I was just like, something feels a little weird. I'm not going to play with it. I'm trying to get my mind off of it, trying to do other things, trying to play games on the computer while I'm at work or whatever, trying to play games on my phone, trying to preoccupy my mind to not think about stuff. Meanwhile, what I'm still doing also? I'm checking my pulse. Okay? So I get home finally. I'm outside in the fresh air and I feel fine. I get home and I get settled. And I just noticed that the irritation in my arm is just radiating. It's bothering me. It's bothering me. So I'm still looking it up and it's making me nervous. And again, the whole thing that's coming out was like, oh my God, am I really going to have a heart attack or something like that? I said, listen, in my mind, I'm sitting there like, I don't want to die. I'm like, I'm in this place by myself or whatever. What's going to happen? And I know, and this is one of those reasons why I'm getting myself together, because I don't want, because I'm a big person as it is, I don't want something to happen to me because of my weight. And not saying that, I'm in that stage where that's a big issue, that's more of a possibility, but I am to a certain extent. And I just want to get myself together so that I can feel good and I won't have to worry about certain things because it makes me psych my mind out. And so that's literally what I was doing for the past couple of days. And I did not realize it. Okay. And so I'm literally psyching my mind out to make myself think that something is about to happen, but it's not really going to happen. Do you know? I'm doing this throughout the whole day. I was at home for a minute. And then I get on the phone with a friend of mine, okay? Remember I told you guys about my friend who is going through her cancer situation or whatever? Earlier when I told y'all last week that I had got some news when somebody was pressuring me or whatever for my review for the sisters or whatever, that night she had I had called to check up on her or whatever, and she wound up telling me that she was doing a clinical trial or whatever and it's no longer working, you know what I'm saying? And so she's been through so much. This is a process that we've been going through for the past 7 years. So almost 7 years, 6-7 years. Okay. And for the most part, she didn't, it's been like you've been sick, but you could still be out there functioning. If you was to look at her, you couldn't tell. But I've seen the behind the scenes of things or whatever, what goes on and all that stuff. And it's just really a crazy toll-taking journey on your body, okay? And so, now she has to make the decision, like, if you're going to continue to try to find something that's going to work, or if you're just going to stop treatment altogether and just say, I'll live my life until I can't live it no more, and I'm going to just be happy doing that until I leave this earth. And so that really got to me. Like, we're talking about that, and, that broke me down. That broke me down because I don't want to lose anybody. I don't have that many people that I am close to in my life, and that person is like my best friend. You know what I'm saying? Knows me in and out, and I just don't want to lose her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about that. We on the phone, we crying on the phone and all that or whatever, and So that was going on. So that's why that review was late. And so this same friend, we was talking on the phone. I was about to cry for a second because, girl, because let me tell you something. That's exactly what happened last night. Last night to this morning. I wound up calling her, because I had texted her. We was texting throughout the day. And I hadn't heard from her after my birthday. So I was just like, you okay? Everything going good or whatever? And she was like, yeah, it's just a lot of stuff just on my mind. And I was like, okay, well, when I get off of work, just call me later, okay? She didn't call me later, so I called her just to check up on her. And I didn't plan on just staying on the phone forever. Girl, we didn't get off the phone till after 3 o'clock. We did not get off the phone till after 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? And so what wound up happening is, she telling me about her day. I'm telling her what's going on and all this stuff. And the whole time, I am still feeling like something is just weird or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm on the phone talking to her about, what I've been feeling and all that stuff. And she's just like, I feel like you psyching yourself out. I feel like you psyching yourself out. So then the the conversation moved from me to talking about her and talking about, because she was like, I said, so you said that you was thinking about some stuff. What are you talking about? And she was like, the decision that she might have to make or whatever. And so we get to talking about that, or at least she started talking about that. And it's like, as soon as she started talking about that feeling that that was flushing over my body, I was just like, oh my God. And I'm still talking about my arm. And in reality, what was going on with my arm is I slept on my arm wrong. Because for the past couple of days, and because of that Sunday night, the way that I slept in the bed, that's what was going on. And then I slept on it again that Monday. That Saturday night, Sunday morning, that's how I slept on it. And then when I went back to bed, I slept on it again. And the angle that I had slept on it, I feel like I kind of pinched a nerve or some shit like that. Because when I didn't sleep on it last night or whatever, it was fucking fine. Like, you could feel it getting better. And I said, oh my God, that's what it was, bitch. Because that's the side that I kept sleeping on. I said, oh my goodness. So that's not even what was going on with me. At least that's not the first thing that didn't come to my mind. But then I did text my sister and I said, if you sleep in the wrong position, it can fuck with your arm and it can fuck with your shoulder. Like, I noticed, but I just need somebody to like ease my mind and to be like, yeah, girl, of course. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because then once you tell me, and then I can be like, okay, I can calm down. I don't have to worry about it. And then I trust my sister because, again, my sister is in the medical field. So there's that. So I trust her shit over anybody. Mind you, I already know at this point. But then I'm still psyching myself out. My sister done already said, bitch, you just slept wrong. And that's what's going on with your arm or whatever. Sleep on your other one, okay? This feeling just kept coming back, and I kept sitting there checking my post. Like, my post is fine each and every time I check it, right? So I just don't know why I can't let that go, girl. I'm on the phone talking to my friend, and she's talking about her situation and what she come up with and all that stuff. And of course, some of the things that she was saying, I want to hear about the decision is going to make me sad. And I was trying not to, get in my feelings at that point. But as soon as she started talking about it, it's just like that feeling just rushed through real hard. So I was like, let me get up and go to the bathroom. I thought it was I just had to go to the bathroom. So I'm on the phone when she's still talking, and I'm sitting on the toilet. And girl, at one point, I wasn't even doing it. Like, I really just had to pee. And I thought I had to do something else, but I didn't. So it was just like, what the fuck is going on? And then it was like, all of a sudden, mind you, I am sitting on the toilet. And I finally get up, like, I feel that feeling just coming in harder than usual. Did it spit? And I'm laughing now because I feel a little stupid, but then again, I don't. Because I should have known that's what it was, because I've had one of these before. Baby, I got up off the toilet, and I'm walking from the toilet to my room. Because it's late now. It's after 12 o'clock. It's literally like almost 1. I get in the room, and I'm noticing that, why can I feel my heartbeat? I said, excuse the fuck out of me. Girl, I said, hold on. And I sat down for a second, right? I sat down in the chair. I was just like, And I said, because my friend was still on the phone talking, I said, well, hold on a minute, because I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. And it took me right then and there to realize that feeling of impending doom, or that feeling of something is going to happen, That's what was gonna happen, bitch. The panic attack was in the way. Okay, the panic attack said, bitch, I've been trying to give you fucking clues that it's coming for the past couple of days, and bitch, I'm here. Now sit down and flow through it. I said, oh my goodness. Because I'm literally talking to my friend, and all of a sudden, it's just, and I'm trying to breathe. I'm trying to breathe it out, baby. But it was the worst one that I've ever had because, like, my body was shaking so bad, and my I know one time, like, I had it at work, and it just felt like I was about to, like, I was just floating for a second, but then I had to get my breathing on track. But then I had people that was distracting me, so it didn't get too bad. But this time it was like, girl, my hands was shaking, my arms was shaking, and next thing you know, my legs is shaking so hard, but I can feel my muscles tightening up everywhere, and they're just shaking, like they're just shaking so bad. And I was like, oh my God, like, you know how you look at those TV shows or those cartoons and you see them knees just not kneading together like that? That's how mine were. I said, oh my goodness. So I could still feel my heart just going boom, 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 boom. And my friend, thank God she was on the phone and she was just talking me through it. She was just like, girl, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Focus on something. You know, you ain't got to say it out loud, but put it on your mind. Just focus on this, focus on that. Say this in your head or whatever. But you have to breathe, you have to breathe. Get up and walk, go get you some water and all this stuff. It was like when I was high, when I had that bad edible trip. That, but I can control it a little bit. I said, oh my God, it scared me so bad. And I said, so bitch, this what was going on? Yes, that's what it was. The whole, and I think I brought it on myself because I was being paranoid. I was being a hypochondriac or whatever. And I said, you know what, this don't make no sense. Because then after it went away for like, I think I was going through it. The whole thing probably lasted probably like 10 minutes, okay? From when it happened, from when it hit to when it started to come down and to when it went away. Probably like a good 10 minutes. Baby, I was so scared. But then I realized, but once I realized that it was a panic attack, I was just like, oh my God, I just wanted that feeling to go ahead and get over with. Like, I just wanted everything to calm fucking down. Calm down. Like, my body started getting a little chilly a little bit. I said, oh my God, what is going on? And they was like, girl, calm down, calm down. And so I wound up doing that. And then I got better. My neck still hurt a little bit. My neck still hurt. It was my collarbone and my shoulder blade right here. But see, that's fine now. That's fine now. Now, see, I didn't go to sleep on it last night. You know, so I just slept. I hate sleeping on my back. You know, I'm a big bitch. You know, I'm like, I ain't trying to die in my sleep. Because I just suffocated because I'm sleeping on my back. And some big people do sleep on their back. And I just don't understand that. How do you take risks like that? But at the same time, it was just like, you know, I'm sleeping on my back, on my side, my other side, but then slightly on my side back or whatever sometimes. But since I went to bed so late, because it was after 3 o'clock when I went to bed, I stayed in one position that whole night until I had to get up and go to the bathroom, which was probably around like 8 o'clock, you know. And so then I just went back and got in that position again, and I was fine. But like my neck do hurt right here a little bit. But other than that, and it's not like a boom, boom, boom type of hurt or whatever. It's like more so of an irritation. And it could most likely, because it's irritated underneath my ear as well. So I've had that irritation before because I have TMJ, meaning I grind my teeth at night while I'm asleep as well. And so that be irritated all in here sometimes. So I was just like, oh my goodness. So I went on ahead and made a doctor's appointment. I've been trying to find a new doctor. Because remember when I told y'all about the black doctor that I had, the first black doctor that I had? Girl, I ain't been able to get an appointment with her ever since. I was so pissed off about that. So I got to get a new doctor. I'm trying to see how she is. I go see her Thursday. And I just want a physical, just a annual physical or whatever. It's the first of the year or the beginning of the year. Get some blood work. Make sure everything working well, whatever. And yes, I'm going to talk to her about this because I remember like the first time I ever had a panic attack, I was at work. And I had called I told them to call the ambulance and, you know, take them to the hospital because I didn't know what was going on. And so they did a whole bunch of tests. They knew. By the time I got to the hospital, I was calm. I was good. When my mama got there, that's when I really was just calm and not my normal self. And we opted to stay overnight so that they could run some tests just to be sure. And they was like, your heart is really good and your lungs and everything is really good. So you're all set. And it's mostly you had a anxiety/panic attack. That's just what it was. And so they had gave me some anxiety medicine. And I did take them, but I never refilled them. So I don't know if I need to be, a therapist, of course, but I'm pretty sure that panic attack was brought on by a little bit of anxiety. And then, given a lot of stuff that's been going on or whatever, it just, and then the lack of sleep. And see, that's also what I need to talk to her about too. I know my mama got sleep apnea. My sister got mild sleep apnea, very, very mild sleep apnea. And I'm pretty sure that I most likely have sleep apnea, but probably not too bad because I don't be sleepy through the day. And when I finally go to sleep, I go to sleep, okay? My whole thing is, it's like I be tired sometimes, but it's like I need to cut everything off because that's what's keeping me up. Because I still be up just like either on the computer or looking at my phone or whatever, instead of just going ahead and going to sleep. And you're tired and you got to get up early in the morning. So why are you still up looking at stuff? You know what I'm saying? So at this point, what I have to do for myself is I have to turn my phone off at night, like completely, and I'm going to have to buy an actual alarm clock because I use my phone as my alarm clock, and so that's the reason why I don't turn off. So I'm gonna have to go buy an alarm clock, a regular one, and I'm gonna just have to start forcing myself on a schedule. Like, bitch, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. Okay. Granted, I'm singing all this, and it is now 12:06, and I am recording this video. Oh my God, recording this video. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get that together. And since I'm on this journey of trying to get myself together, I know getting on a good sleep schedule is going to play a big part in that as well. So I have to do that. I have to force myself to do it. And the thing is, I do be sleepy when it's time to go to bed, but I still be up. And so therefore I stay up. And it's just like, oh my God, actually, it's like I'm missing out on something. So let me stay up because I'm missing out on something. And I'm really not. I'm really not. It's just weird. It's just weird. But girl, took me down last night, early this morning. I said, you know what? I'm up here putting all these shit on me and I ain't even going through that stuff. But anyway, y'all have panic attacks, anxiety attacks. Y'all be going through the motions too. Let's talk. Let's talk. I know y'all sitting there like, Ashley, god damn. And I'm sitting here with you like, I know. But anyway, thank you for listening to me. I will see you guys later. Oh, peace.